took 3 wickets. Right, Woolmer's now on the other hand looking to actually pull things back. Right, trying to bat some balls and looking for the singles whenever possible, and also trying to get those bungee bad deliveries in their innings.
Thank you, Michael. So the first hint of spin in this final for St. Elizabeth Technical. You saw Waver Hines earlier. I was told prior to the game that he generally doesn't watch or let his son know that he's watching because he doesn't want to pressure them. I do hope that he got here after the dismissal of Corey. This one played off the back foot, and there is no runner. Important spell here for Woolmer's. That shot in the previous over suggests that they're probably seeing it a little bit better and they need to capitalize on it, as this delivery trying to play that off the back foot. And again, there is no run. Adele Samuels, the off spinner, there's a long on in place. As he's over the wicket again. This one just a little bit quicker, so mixing up his pace here. But Justin Beckford has looked good.
Yes, indeed, he has looked really good. Odell Samuels, he seems to be a pretty defensive bowler.
This one punched off the back foot, should be at least a single here. And not doing so well with the feeling as the throw comes into the wicket keeper. And 2 runs completed. Kobe Lewis there. St. Elizabeth Technical, just maybe a sign that the standard is dropping off a little bit, and it comes back to that shot from Justin Beckford. Here's Samuels again. He's onto the front foot and defense. You talk about shifts and periods in games, and you're just wondering if that shot is just an indication that Woolmer's feel as if they are in the contest. Here's one played off the back foot, and again no run. So a pretty quiet over apart from the double taken by Justin Beckford. The over comes to an end, and that completes the 7th over. And Woolmer's electing to bat in all sorts of problems. There are now 28 for the loss of 3 wickets and 3 big wickets as the over comes to an end.
Yes, again, a very, very important stage in this game. It is important for Woolmer's to keep putting back the pressure on Stets with the singles as well as the boundaries.
So Graham continues. 6 runs coming off his first over. Here's a short delivery that's punched off the back foot, just guided down towards third man. And you look at this St. Elizabeth Technical team, and they look so well drilled. They're fielding, they're backing up, their throws over the stumps. The way they think about it, and they're led almost perfectly by this man, the captain, Braham, as you look at their dugout there. This one played off the back foot, almost playing from the stance there, just again looking to guide it down towards third man. And the plan for St. Elizabeth Technical here, and of course the bowling from Graham, is not to present any drives.
Right. In the previous over, it was obvious that Graham was trying to bowl a bit too full to Beckford. After being driven for that beautiful 4, you can see that Graham has actually pulled back his length.
No slip in place, has to be careful. And this one, a quick single taken, and really nice cricket. They appeal the umpire. Sean Johnson says not out immediately. Good cricket all round. We just spoke about St. Elizabeth Technical looking well drilled, and a wonderful fielding done there. But a good run, good positive early call from this Woolmer's pair, and coming through to complete the single. As we look back at it, always nervous moments here. You have to slide your bat. Oh.
Wow.
It's not for the first time that we've seen that. We saw it in the 3rd place game. Here's Graham. This one pushed firmly down towards mid-on. and they go through for a single, he would probably not want to see that. Great.
Most definitely. But again, these decisions can be very, very critical, especially in a game like this.
We're going to have another look at it after this delivery from Greg. Here it is.
Yeah.
He was gone daylight, not even close. Wow. As this one is hit over cover, one bounce will be stopped. And they're looking for two. And again, Michael Froh, remember what I said, cricket and sports in general is about moments. That drive from Justin Beckford, that reprieve now for Woolmer's, it could very much be that they're starting to build some momentum and getting back into the game.
Yes, most definitely. And the Woolmer's camp would definitely welcome this.
Here's Graham again, full delivery, and just looking for the drive and the wicket keeper. Oh, it's all happening now for Stets.
Just to go back to that decision regarding the run out, for the viewers, whenever that is being played in real time, that is not as, it is not as easy as we here see it on the monitor. Alright, so the umpire down there, they do have a tough task of actually giving those decisions as out. Hence why you have the review system being implemented.
Yeah, and it's important that you said that, Mikey, because let's face it, there are so many things happening. Umpire Sean Johnson has to be in a position ensuring that he's looking at the crease, he's looking at the runner, he's looking out for the bat. It's all happening, and again, you get that split decision, that moment to make that decision, and it has to be right, or appear to be right. At home, you're looking and you're saying he's out by a mile. There's no way you can miss that. There's a change in the field, by the way. The man at deep cover being asked to come in, maybe 3/4 off the boundary. And another quick delivery here from Samuels, and another quick single taken. And Woolmer's, they have to capitalize on this stage.
Yes, most definitely. Again, it is important to take the singles whenever the opportunity comes, and also whenever those boundary offering deliveries arise. I think Woolmer should definitely capitalize on those.
Beckford on strike, short delivery that's punched down towards long on, and another single. If they keep the scoreboard rotating and they build this partnership, maybe when they get to over number 15 or 16, if they still have 7 wickets in hand, they can push on the scoring. Here's Samuels again, short outside the off-stump. That was very close to being wide.
I think Samuels here looking to try and bowl too quickly, given the situation of this game.
There's another short delivery. There's a short third man in place. It's straight to him. And well fielded there, Marlon Powell.
Yes, given the situation of this game, it would be better for him to actually focus on getting the ball in the right areas as opposed to pacing the deliveries.
Yeah, again, almost operating back of a length for most of his deliveries. And you look at the field, long on, long off, out. He's not presenting any drives, as this one is worked into the onside, and again there is no run. Over comes to an end, 9 completed, 35 for the loss of 3.
Yes, St. Elizabeth Technical in a very, very good position. Despite that, I think Woolmer's have actually come back pretty well, given where they were. All right. Again, it is a very, very important phase in this game.
Yeah. Anil, the captain for St. Elizabeth Technical, has done a decent job, especially in the opening 5 or 6 overs. But he needs to ensure that the pressure remains on this Woolmer's batting, that you don't let up the pressure, and you look at the gaps in the field, As Graham continues, and you wonder if that pressure is being released. Here's Graham over the wicket. The ball dropped into the onside. No run. Very quickly onto it. The bowler. Graham has done a decent work so far, not giving away boundaries, excessive boundaries, not bowling a number of bad balls, really just keeping it almost wicket to wicket.
Yes, Graham has come back well, especially after that beautiful cover drive by Beckford. He has pulled his length back and it has been working for him.
Beckford, the captain, as this one is a chance at third man, he's put down. We talk about moments, how big will that one be? The West Indies under 19 representative put down on the boundary. And Gavaskar Edmund, who bowled so well, I can't know how he put that down. Again, very, very important moment. Here's Graham again, this one driven, not convincingly. They go through for one, they're looking for two. It will be tough. They won't get it. Great work coming off the boundary there.
Well done, Pascal. Well done, Malik.
Wonderful work from Malik Williams. Remember the score was what, 35 for 3? Beckford is on 12. Here he is now, defends this one, and a chance for a run out goes to the bowler's end, and had that hit, I think he would have been gone, you know.
Yes, definitely. Beckford seemed to have actually jumped over the ball without even grounding his bat. He would definitely have been gone.
You know, I won't say it again. I've been saying it for the last 5 or so minutes. Moments in the game. Here's Graham. Full delivery, driven, wonderful stop, brilliant stop from the captain, leading from the front here for St. Elizabeth Technical. And they will need that. They will need to lift themselves up from those opportunities, because despite the score being 38 for 3, it will be playing on their minds.
Most definitely, and nobody better to lift the team up other than the captain.
Here's Graham again.
Yes.
This one worked down towards fine leg. Easy single here. These two always looking for a second, looking for a third, just looking for that opportunity. Only a single there, overcomes to an end. We're at the halfway stage. Woolmer's electing to bat. They are 39 for the loss of 3, with Justin Beckford, the captain, 14 from 18 deliveries, and Brian Charles Largy, 8 from 22. A lot will be on his shoulders as well, because Woolmer's, they need runs, and they also need not to lose wickets and lose them in clusters. Samuels will continue from the Courtney Walsh end. Has been putting pace on the ball, and nothing has changed as this is guided to short third man, and there is no run. Again, must give credit to Anil Braham for the way he has set out his charges on the park here.
It's been absolutely brilliant. You saw him with the opening bowler of Gavaskar.
Samuels again, this one played off the back foot.
He realized that Woolmer was on the back foot, and he really just gave Gavaskar that luxury to go out and bowl fast for 3 overs. Backed him to do that. He got him early wickets. I think the support staff around Gavaskar has been good. The feelers, they look lively in the field.
And here's Samuels, this one driven down towards the long off. Should only be a single, and they're pushing for the second throw towards the keeper's end. It should be gone. I think he is. Bad decision, and you can almost say you saw it coming. Not once, not twice, but the third time. Brian Again, Charles Largy has to walk back, and it comes immediately following the water break. And Woolmers are now in deeper problems at 40 for 4.
Yeah, deep problems. You saw the throw there. Good decision. Very good throw right along the stumps. And easy work there for the wicket keeper. And I think it goes again. I think the St. Elizabeth Technical, I think despite the few blemishes in the field, they have looked good. I think as a fielding unit, they'll be proud. I think people are not proud with the drop chance of Beckford, but generally they have done well in the field. Their spirits has been good. It was a good throw, especially going to the keeper's end, right alongside the stumps. Easy work for the keeper.
Brilliant work from Tyree Bryan, and it brings to the crease now Alex Hines. As Samuels and Hines immediately just looking to run the ball off the face of the bat down towards short third man. Came off the inner portion. Has a look of Javoy Spence.
The wicket keeper?
Yeah, Tariq Bryan. Javoy Spence, formerly of Stets as well, as this one is driven firmly. Alex Hines doesn't look as if he will be wasting any time here.
I think it's a good start. I think you're always good when you start middling them from early. Gives you the extra confidence.
They just didn't need that run out. Here's Samuel, short delivery, it's Sky, he should be gone. He costs for it, he's gone. Back-to-back wickets for Stets. Deeper problems for Woolmers. The Hines brothers not troubling the scorer much. And it's massive work now left for the Woolmers captain, Justin Beckford, to do for his team.
I think when you look at the brand cricket that this St. Elizabeth Technical School is playing, it's that kind of containment. The spinners are not in that traditional way that we saw from Excelsior earlier, looping the ball, looking to spin the ball. I think Stets playing that traditional T20 cricket. Bowlers very flat and asking the batsmen to really hit from difficult line and lengths.
Javed Simpson with the catch. No, Javed Simpson with the ball. The new batsman is Nikolai Mackenzie. His brother, Kurt Mackenzie Jr. also would have represented the West Indies at the under-19 level. Around about 2020, got that 99 against New Zealand in a game that the West Indies should have won.
You'll need half that 99 now if Woolmer is going to get to a respectable total.
Known more for his bowling. As Javed Simpson having taken that catch, he should be bouncing now with ball in hand. Not much has changed in the field. You would feel with back-to-back wickets that at least Stets could exert a little bit more pressure on the batsman, the new batsman.
I think I get the feeling from Stets that they're doing this like a containment strategy and asking Woolmers to go at them really. They're pretty much happy to give them singles and bowl tight line and lengths once they're happy with no boundary scoring.
So I think the instruction is to come around the wicket, and that instruction is coming from Coach Clive Legister. You're just looking at his feet at the top left of your screen there. And Simpson, this one outside the off stump, turning back, and Mackenzie plays it gently down towards long off and a single. And I put this question to you now, Chris. Justin Beckford, you have to think that it's on him, and he has to look to, as we call it, form the strike.
Tough ask for youngster at this level, but I think his skills is good enough to do it. I think it's one, as you see there, I think the bowling, it has been testing from Stets. It has been good. I think the most important for him, the thing is to bat the 20 overs. I think that is the first objective.
Gotta get in a slip for me. Here's Javed Simpson again. This one, Beckford on the front foot. I don't think you can allow Justin Beckford to just come on the front foot and defend these deliveries or look to work them. You got to get in a slip for me. Short third man has to come into a catching position. Here's Simpson over the wicket again. This time he's down the leg side. That's swept. It will get close to the boundary. Don't think it will get there. It's pulled back by Edmund. And the throw to the wicket keeper. 2 more runs to the total. 2 more runs to Beckford.
I have to agree with you. I think sometimes you get that extra feeler in Ronaldo, you get the extra feeler at slip, and it tells you that Justin, you're under pressure and we're on top, and it sends a big broad message to the oppositions that we're on top.
Flighted delivery onto the front foot again. You gotta get someone in his eye line. Over comes to an end. At the end of it, 12 overs completed, 43 for the loss of 5.
Definitely, I think there's been a good exhibition so far from St. Elizabeth Technical. They know how to win. They, more than any school in this country, knows how to win this competition. And I think they're showing that at the moment so far. We saw some good exhibition of fast bowling. I think based on what I would have seen in my years playing against St. Elizabeth Technical, I think it's something to see a fast bowler running in hard today. Ronaldo was really refreshing to see. It was a good sign to see. I think having this competition live on the lights is also something I think that is good for cricket.
By the way, folks, I'm the only person here on the commentary team who didn't play in the Headley Cup. I've just realized. As this one beats the batsman outside the off stump.
You played in the final before?
Based on what is happening now, I can see why the producer went for 3 Headley Cup players. Samuels to continue. And played off the back foot by Mackenzie, still no run.
It's not good that Stets is on top at the moment.
Did you go to Stets or was it Manchester?
I went to Manchester.
Delivery outside the line of the off stump.
And I would have known what it is like to be in a final, a high school final, the pressures that comes with it. You want to go back to school and feeling accomplished.
Oh, that's just poor. That's soft. The pressure was building. It's almost as if you felt it coming. Couldn't get off strike, couldn't get a run. But that was soft from Nikolai Mackenzie. It was a delivery that was almost looped up, a cross-seam delivery. So it probably just bounced a little bit on him. Didn't commit to the front foot or the back foot. Just got caught and just presented an easy catch to Samuels. And the writing is almost on the wall now for Woolmer's. Disappointing showing with the bat so far. As they lose wicket number 6, it's 43 for the loss of 6.
Yeah, I think St. Elizabeth Technical, I think you'd have to say, when you look at the Woolmer's team, they have quality, and I think it's probably a matter of which team shows that they settle in a final. And I think St. Elizabeth Technical, the first of the 2 teams to show that they have settled in the final. They realize, they recognize the occasion that it is, and they're up for the challenge. And so far, they really totally outplayed Woolmer's.
Nicholas Along, the new batsman, as this one another quick delivery from Samuel. Give him credit. He's mixed up his pace quite well and his lengths as well.
Yeah, hey, it's really something that we're accustomed to see in T20 cricket. This kind of containment bowling, really. Look at that again.
Yeah, Holong on the front foot and it pushes it into the cover region. No run. So the over comes to an end. 13 completed. Beckford on 17 from 23. Nicholas Along just got to the crease. Woolmer's in all sorts of problems. It's 43 for the loss of 6. And Chris, where do you see this one going as Jerome Foster takes over my position?
Well, I think at the moment For me, pretty much a no-brainer. I would have to be a really, really brave person to bet against St. Elizabeth Technical at the moment. 43 for 6, 7 overs to go. Unless Justin Beckford has something else up his sleeve. He really is the diamond in the rough now for the Woolmer's team, and he has to play an absolute gem of an innings if he's going to dig Woolmer's out of this hole. So with that said, I think St. Elizabeth Technical have to go with them at this stage.
44 for 6. Doesn't take rocket science from here. I think they have one hand on the trophy at this point, but you never know in cricket. A game of glorious uncertainties. And remember, not many teams have the opportunity of chasing on the lights. So it's going to be a brand new thing here for Stets as this delivery from Simpson takes the edge of Nicholas Along. He gets a single and goes up to 1. That's his first run, and the score is up to 45 for 6. If you thought the innings of Manchester didn't get off the ground, this one is sinking below sea level from the Woolmerians. 18 from 24 is Justin Beckford. He's forward. Looks accomplished. Hasn't really gotten the support. But what I can say from what...
He played the shot of the day, in my view.
Sweet. Through extra cover. But St. Elizabeth Technical, they have planned to the tee and have executed to the tee so far. This is full and straight and hammered straight back past the bowler for 4. Over pitch to Justin Beckford. And he gets another boundary. The umpire giving you some amount of flair with the signal as well. So good was that shot. It deserved that amount of response from the umpire as we look on the screen again.
Yeah, Justin Beckford, the man, over pitch delivery, and he got close to that one. Just use the hands, and the most important thing, just hitting straight and keeping his shape in doing that. That's an excellent shot from Beckford, showing his real talent here in this final.
Opened up his body as well. Ball spinning away at no ball. He tries a sweep shot. He will get another opportunity to maximize from the power that he has. 50 now up for Woolmer. A no ball signal by the umpire. And Beckford has the license to throw his hands, body and everything at this. 50 up. And that no ball looks a little bit shady. I would love to see it again. But the umpire's already signaled no ball. Can't be changed. And Justin Beckford stands and waits.
Has to hit the maximum here.
Should. Waits on Simpson. Goes big and long and far. That's massive from Beckford. The first one of his innings. And it has given Woolmer some breathing room. 6 of the highest order there. That was short from Simpson. And Beckford took full advantage of it. He's up to 28. And the score is now up to 56 for 6.
Look at that again from the leg spinner. Free hit, top quality shot from Justin Beckford, using the depth of the crease and getting deep and rocking back onto the back foot. That's a hard shot to play, and that's a shot of a guy who has real talent and caliber. That's a really good shot.
And interesting to note with that shot as well is that he even played it with a straight bat as deep as he went back and hit towards the leg side. The bat was very straight.
That's a shot of a quality play. Yeah.
Top class shot. Any top class batsman will be proud of that. That's good cricket from Justin Beckford. 28 from 27. Simpson flights that one and is played back along the crease to end over number 14. And at the end of it, Woolmer's boys electing to bat in this, the final of the Grace T20 cricket competition. They are 56 for 6. Justin Beckford, he's on 28 from 27. Nicholas Holong, he is on 1 from 5. The batsmen to be dismissed: Corey Hines, he was bowled by Gavasta Edmond for 2. Matthew Aljo, he went for a duck. Jordan Johnson for 4. Beckford is not out. Brian Charles Largy, he was run out for 10. Alex Hines didn't trouble the scorers, he went for a duck. And Nikolai McKenzie, a solitary run, and that has St. Elizabeth Technical fully in control. Malik Williams is the new bowler. Hails from the parish of Westmoreland.
Plays in SDC.
Yeah, played for Paradise, a team that finished 3rd in the SDC T20 cricket competition. Williams very good off spinner. And that one is fired into the pads off Ho Long, and no chance of a run. Score remains at 56 for 6. He doesn't really take a lot of steps to the crease, but gets through his overs pretty quickly and very accurate as well is Williams.
As you can see, he's looking to bowl stump to stump, very flat in his approach, not really looking to flight the deliveries. Batsman is not going to have anything to get on this. I think this is going to be interesting to see how it goes. You have the experience of playing and the exposure that he has. He will do well here.
He takes his cricket very seriously. The drop catch from Gavaskar Edmond, the third man, didn't go down well with him. He was really furious with the effort from Edmond as a single goes to Ho Long, and he scores up to 57 for 6. I thought it was a pretty easy catch, and he let it be known to him that it was a very easy chance. Flat and straight again from Williams to Beckford. What Beckford has going for him as well is a proper technique. He loves to get on the front foot and presents a full face 9 out of 10 times. Sets himself, waits, and opens up the offside, and bat coming across his body there, not getting the full face off the bat. And another single takes the score up to 58 for 6, and heading upwards to over number 15. Not looking good so far for Woolmer's.
I think as good as Williams is, I think Beckford should be looking at somebody to target. You think it probably to be the off spinner of Williams. I think is probably a good candidate for Beckford.
Indeed, and I think the hit towards the Kingston Cricket Club is a better hit as well. Yeah, breeze not as strong as it was in the morning or in the afternoon, but still going towards that direction. So if he could use that advantage, and especially the ball supposedly to be spinning into the right hander, he's not really doing that.
Yeah, he's not looking to spin much.
Yeah, but that means he can actually open up the offside, and he looks like a predominantly offside player as well. Justin Beckford, he tends to open his body up to open up the offside to hit with his hands, so that could also be an option for him.
Go straight. I think these are all the options that Beckford now will be looking to exercise as he look to maximize these last 5 overs. As we and Jerome was just saying, probably those are the options that would be going through Beckford's mind, where he's going to look to score. And I think one thing he has to tell himself, that he has to bat deep into this innings.
I think he's very deep at the moment. 15 overs, he has to go to the end.
He was there from pretty early.
Yeah, and he was there very early actually. So Graham is back, and this is short and hit over mid-wicket by Justin Beckford. He should get at least 2, and that is all they will get. That was a good shot. Mid-wicket in the circle. The man from forward square had to go around to his left to do the fielding. And Kevoni Graham coming back. He has bowled 3 overs for 14, no wicket so far.
I think this is pretty much new for a lot of these players, how they will feel for the duration of the game, how they bat as we see the lights taking full effect here at Sabina Park.
Graham, full to Beckford, takes the edge, it flies down to third man, and Gavaskar Edmond tumbles, prevents a second. Didn't look the sharpest going around. And another single to the total, and the score finally up to, well, it's crossing 60. It's 61 for 6.
Yeah, I think Beckford looking to open up the offside. I think that shot just signals some intent, that Beckford thinks that it is the time now for him to really start to press his foot on the gas in this innings, as he looks, they definitely have to get to that 100 mark.
This one is pushed back along the surface. It goes down to long on eventually. Sian Roy in the high traffic area, long on. It was at point to start the innings. Had a couple shies at the stumps. Nicholas Holland gets another single. It's up to 62 for 6. 11 extras in this display by Woolmer so far. Gavaskar Edmond the culprit for majority of those, but he has taken 3 wickets so far. Beckford smashing that down to long on. Not enough power to beat long on. Moves around, there's a chance for a run out. That peters out. Score is now up to 63 for 6. And obviously, well, let me not say obviously, but it's highly unlikely that Woolmer is going to ask St. Elizabeth Technical to score upwards of 7 runs per over from here. So based on what you're seeing on this surface, what do you think could actually be of some amount of challenge to the Santa Cruz based team?
I think really as it relates to what would have been ideally from the get-go, I think 140, 150 would have been the score. Well, I think they've just lost the plot as we would have seen early on. Well, I think now for Woolmer's is just really to get up to a score of 100, something that is respectable, something that is workable, something that they can compete with. And I think that's really and truly should be the main objective for them, to bat these 20 overs and to get to a workable total in the final. Runs on board can be tricky.
It can be, and they always told that in high school cricket, 3 figures are always tricky to chase. Graham, back off a driving length to Holong, and no chance of a run. Delivery to come in the over. And I say that because this is unfamiliar territory for both teams, playing cricket on the lights. I don't know how many of the players would actually have exposure to doing this before. Definitely not at the youth level. You don't get that chance oftentimes. So it will be strange for Stets to see how they operate under the artificial lights. As this one is turned backward of square for a single. So I'm saying that to say, as the over comes to an end at 64 for 6, that it's going to be difficult. You don't normally find schoolboy teams scoring 5 runs per over consistently.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And then I think a lot will be dependent on your top players and how well. I think what we have seen, once your top players don't fire, we're pretty much down and out the game. And a top player is at the crease for Woolmer's, and he needs to fire. I think we would have lost the Hines brothers, Jordan Johnson, big name players. And I think we've seen just really a one-man show for Woolmer's. I think St. Elizabeth Technical would be weary of that and hoping that they don't fall in the same trap. And I think guys like the captain and they'll would be ensuring that he gets the job done with the bat when they return also for bat.
Yeah, Malik Williams, he's ready. So too is Nicholas Holong. He's forward, trying to get his captain back on strike. Not successful. Stets getting through their overs pretty quickly. Game started at 5:15, 6:32. They're almost completing, so just over an hour. And this one is beating Holong outside the off stump, trying to run it down to third man. No chance. Dot balls piling up here and pressure mounting on Nicholas Holong to get his captain back on strike. He's trying his best, batting at number 8. This is full, tries to turn it into mid-wicket. He's very tight, that's Samuels, Odell Samuels. No chance of a run.
I think the two fielders inside the circle very much aware that Holong, yeah, is trying to get the captain on strike, and they're closing in very tight.
Smart cricketer. This is flat and fast outside the off stump. He's remonstrating with himself. He's disappointed. He's under pressure. Just needs to calm. There's nothing more he can do if he's missing the ball. He needs to get bat on ball. Not worry about getting his captain on strike. No, he's only 2 deliveries to go. The bulk of the overs are already out. Let his captain dictate from here what happens. Probably just surviving this over.
Yep. Or just look for the boundary.
Look for the boundary as a free hit. Push back along the pitch to Malik Williams, and he will definitely feel as if he's on top here.
Williams looks to be a really, really good operator. Looks to understand the game. Good match awareness of the situation as you see him.
One was a little bit fuller, not as quick as the previous, and that maiden is bowling over number 17. Malik Williams to Nicholas Holong, and Woolmer's innings in a rut at 63 for 6. after 17 overs, and only 18 deliveries to come, 18 legal deliveries to come. What do you think they can get from here?
They need another 37 runs to get to that 100 mark, but after that maiden, I'm not sure who's going to do. I mean, if they don't get Beckford on strike, I probably think that to get another 37 from these 18 deliveries to get to that 100 mark for Beckford alone to do is probably asking too much.
Way too much, yeah. He would definitely have to have at least 5 boundaries in those 18 deliveries. That's asking way too much of him.
Yeah.
Demar Freeburn is back, the opening bowler. He shared the new ball with Gavaskar Edmond, and in all of this there's still an over for Gavaskar Edmond, and Freeburn has 2 overs, and Malik Williams has 2 overs, and Javid Simpson has 2 overs, so they're utilizing their bowl as well, so the captain himself doesn't even have to bowl Anil Braham.
Definitely Gavaskar has to bowl one of those 3. I'd love to see him under the lights here, and he was good in that opening burst.
Full delivery, good bowling from Demar Freeburn, full and straight, and dug out by Justin Beckford. And it's going to be interesting to see. Well, I am different than what I thought. I think I would have tried to wrap up the innings with Edmond already, and have brought him back to bowl to Holong, etc. But the captain can also look on it and say that, well, he's 3 from 16, he's not harming us. It's better to keep him out there because he's blocking Justin Beckford from getting the strike, who is 33 from 35 balls. He's going for a big swing and missing. The score remains at 64 for 6.
I think Beckford now knows that he has to look to get back to ball. He has to look to get the boundaries, and it's going to be a tough task. I think what I've seen so far from the St. Elizabeth technical team is that they have been disciplined. They know what is at stake. They know what situation they're at in the game, and they're delivering.
And they know how important it is. Many of them in their final year missed a couple of years because of COVID-19. So they really want to ensure that they close out their time in school with a trophy. Full to Justin Beckford. He gets his head down to run hard, and they're thinking about 2. Well, Holong was the only one thinking about 2. And the score goes up to 65 for 6.
Well, you can understand why he was thinking of 2. He wants to get the captain on strike, and as the captain now comes to have a word with him, I think probably the word would be saying to Holong, play with a straight bat. Ensure you get bat and ball. We're going to probably run for everything.
They should. 3 deliveries to come in this, the 18th over. I'd like to see extra cover in very tight, as long as mid-wicket where they're walking in very briskly as we speak. Freeburn down the leg side, wide. No need to worry about that. And the score goes up to all 6s. So 66 for 6. Woolmer's really in serious trouble. Innings broken pretty early by Gavaskar Edmond. Hasn't recovered since then, even with 34 from Justin Beckford, more than half the runs. This one is tucked fine. It should go very close to the boundary. It might end up into the boundary if the fielder doesn't get there, and he limits it to 3 and save the run. And Nicholas Holong goes up to 6. The score is now 69 for 6, approaching the end of over number 18.
I think it's important that Demar understand that he doesn't really is under a great degree of pressure, and even while they have Beckford who is looking to hit the long ball, they're still on top.
And Braham has marshaled his troops pretty well as well. This is down the leg side, beats a wicket keeper, and they should get an extra run along with the wides, so 2 wides, and still 2 more deliveries to come in the over. So 71 for 6. And Beckford not really getting an opportunity to maximize the deliveries. Missed a couple early and then coming off strike now with a wide delivery. So Holong should be thinking about swinging for the hills here. See ball, hit ball from here at 71 for 6. full and straight, pushing that back straight. That would have been a good shot in 4-day cricket. Would have probably gotten 4. Only 1 today because there is a long off and a long on in place.
Well, I think you can see the intensity on his face. He looks like he plays his cricket with good passion, and I think he has tried hard. I think he's tried his very much best to be a partner to Beckford. I think the situation that they have found themselves in is just unfortunate.
Good shot there from Justin Beckford, quality player. Guides it backward of point to keep strike at the end of over number 18. At the end of it, Woolmers are 73 for 6. Their captain, the only man who has stood up to the test. And as you see, the drippings of water coming from his shirt shows how long he has been there. He has been there from the first over of the match. Gavaskar Edmond ripping away the poles early, destroying those of Matthew Aldro and Corey Hines in the very first over. Since then, Beckford 35 from 38 balls, 2 deliveries to come, and Edmond is getting ready. So here is a snippet of some of Beckford's shots. Glorious cover drive early, some power down the ground, 2 4s, and then this massive 6 off a free hit. The only one of his innings. Decent player.
Yep. Looks the real deal is Justin Beckford. Real talent on show. Of course, I think he's a younger brother of another Beckford who also played for Woolmers.
Daniel.
Edmond, last one.
So Gavaskar Edmond, to complete his spell, he has been phenomenal. 3 for 8. 3 for 12, the scorer says. He's hitting this high in the air. It goes out to the mid-wicket. Javid Simpson settles. He drops it and it goes close to the boundary. And it goes into the boundary for 4. It had a lot of mileage, did Justin Beckford. Didn't have a lot of elevation, but importantly, he's still there, and 4 more runs to Woolmers.
Yeah, as you see this one, full delivery, angling into the line of the leg stump and looking to go big over mid-wicket, not getting the elevation. And the fielder there, that was in the air for a long time. You probably just think that he just misjudged that one a little bit. Is the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary.
A swing and a miss this time from Justin Beckford. Problem with Javid Simpson there, he came in too far, too early. So he was always worried about the ropes and wondering where he was. Had he stayed back and then tried to come forward or run around to the boundary, he could have easily taken a catch to his left rather than the technique that he tried to execute. This is full and straight from Gavaskar Edmond, and that is pushed down to long on. They're thinking about 2. Beckford slips. No chance. 78 for 6. Halfway through over number 19.
Some powerful throws from the long on and long off boundary we've seen so far from these youngsters. Even the off spinner there, Williams, getting that one quickly. These are good signs. Very good signs from a fielding perspective.
And he would have played in high pressure games.
Yeah.
He would have played in the semi-finals of the SDC cricket competition.
He understands what is at stake.
He have been a part of youth teams, Malik Williams, so understands what is at stake, as Chris rightly puts it. This is full again from Edmond. There's a loud appeal and the finger should go up. It does after about 100 years. But Nicholas Holong has to go back to the pavilion. And the score is now 78 for 7. He departs for 4. And they're in serious trouble of being bowled out here. Full and straight, another one for Gavaskar Edmond. It hit him before he got his bat down.
That was quick, that was pace, accuracy, and I think just the pace just doing and getting the better of Holong there. And I think this is fantastic to see. T20 game at Sabina Park, young fast bowler, something that I have seen over the years from St. Elizabeth Technical, even at my days in playing against St. Elizabeth Technical, that they produce very good fast bowlers. That was good to see, and these are good signs from the youngster. Has the height, has the build. I think he understands so far, some of the basics of fast bowling. We see him knows that he now has to just come full and straight, and he's doing exactly that. And he's done that to perfection so far.
Indeed, all his wickets have been full and straight and asking questions of the batsman. As Wedderburn gets another full straight one, inside edge, going quickly down to short fine leg. He didn't have a chance, and that's Omari Wedderburn. Got his butt down just about in time. 4 wickets for Gavaskar Edmond, conceding 16 runs.
Yeah, really good to see. I think he really set the crowd alight here. I think it's good that he finishes good. Is Wedderburn, correction.
Over.
Edmond.
Yeah. As the over comes to an end, it was full and straight again. Got bat on ball, and at the end of over number 19, Woolmer's boys electing to bat in this the final. They are 78 for 7. Justin Beckford has 40 of those 78 runs. The next best scorer was the man who was run out for 10, and that is Brian Charles Largy. So nobody else has gotten over 10. And to be quite frank, Extras is the next best top scorer after Justin Beckford. Those are at 14. And Beckford is going to be facing Demar Freeburn for the final over of this, the first innings. Freeburn to Beckford, swings hard, comes towards us up here in the commentary box for 6. That was sweetly struck. Beautiful timing from Justin Beckford, and he eyed up the long on position and got full value for his shot. 6 more runs, his second maximum of the innings.
Yeah, he really looks the player is Justin Beckford. As we look at this one, nice hands coming through the ball there, keeping his shape, hitting straight over wide long on. That's a beautiful shot from the West Indies under 19 youth player. That's what you want to see from a player who has played at that kind of level, who's represented the region. You expect him to stamp his class on this game.
Over the wicket is Freeburn, full delivery, and Beckford checking the drive. He's thinking about it. He comes back. He does a throw to the non-strike to the keeper's end. The umpire says no, and he gets home. He's up to 48. Good intensity there from Justin Beckford. And Woolmer's up to 86 for 7. Quality batting here. Didn't really try to overhit that ball either. Just checked the drive and it went all the way out to deep point.
Yeah, nice cricket that from Beckford. Realizing that he has to get back on strike, and there he was, getting back into first gear, second gear, third gear. And he was back in a flash, is Justin Beckford.
So Freeburn to Beckford is swinging again, gets the inner half. He turns his non-striker back, that's Omari Wedderburn. So the score is actually 86 for 7. Woolmer's really struggling in this innings. Not getting up to a competitive total at this point. In our minds, we don't know what the second half will bring, or the second innings. And he's swinging again to leg, getting the inner portion of the bat is Justin Beckford, and another dot delivers, consecutive dot balls.
I think he's not just eyeing up a good total for Woolmer's, or not really just to get to that psychological score of 100. He's also eyeing up a half century, and I think if he gets there, it would be a really well played half century, and one that he's under severe pressure.
This is full and straight from Freeburn. He uses his ankle as a shield. Dangerous but effective. Dot delivery. And Beckford, since that 6 and those 2 runs, haven't gotten a chance to score. So magnificent bowling here from Demar Freeburn in this over so far.
That's a winning mentality. I think putting his, I wouldn't tell him to do that, but I think it's good. It's the mentality you want to see.
That was hit dead straight. The man from long on comes around, and Beckford should at least get 2. Well, Omari Wedderburn is not interested. That was poor cricket from Wedderburn. He was watching, he was admiring the stroke. It was smashed dead straight. The man from long on came around to do the fielding. He did extremely well, did Kevoni Graham, to limit it to 1. And Justin Beckford ends on 49. I think this innings deserved a 50. brilliant, but the quality of St. Elizabeth Technical all around in the field, coming to the fore again, putting their bodies on the line and saving 3 important runs as the innings ends at 87 for 7 after 20 overs. Fantastic stuff from the Santa Cruz based team here in the final of the Issa Grace T20 cricket competition. Justin Beckford, a fantastic knock though, Chris.
Yeah, fantastic knock. I think Wedderburn probably didn't understand how much that a half century would have mean to Beckford. Poor running there. Beckford would have gotten to a half century, but hey, a captain, I think that's what you ask from your captain. In a time of adversity, you want your captain to come up. It's a final, and I think Justin Beckford, even if Woolmer doesn't get across the line in this final, I think that kind of innings for him, it's a character building innings, and it's an innings that I think a lot of his teammates can good skills set in that innings. It was really good to watch, and especially at this schoolboy level, to see a player with that kind of temperament, it was really pleasing to watch.
And importantly to note is that Beckford didn't try to overhit many of the deliveries. He was using classical cricket shots. He was piercing the gap. That extra cover drive is still standing out in my mind. And a couple of times he showed power. He used it with the free hit, and in the final over